Steve works at Black Plastic Records, and I think it was a couple years ago. We applied for Midpoint and we didn't get in, and his response was pretty much like, that's whack, and you're gonna play on my sidewalk. So he let us set up our whole live setup on the sidewalk in front of Black Plastic and OTR, and we just played the show on the sidewalk, and we had just become a band, and that was probably like our 4th show ever, and it was on the sidewalk in OTR. I just remember like we started the first song and I'm like my hair in my face like playing, and then I look up and there's just all these people like in the street just watching us. In the band I play Rhodes piano, but I dabble with guitar and bass and all those things as well. I tried taking lessons when I was probably like 6 and I hated it, and then regretted it like a decade later. I was so obsessed with guitar when I was probably like a teenager. I discovered Nirvana and my life changed forever, and I just wanted to be, I named my first guitar Kurt, obviously after Kurt Cobain. In my young like punk rock preteen mind, I thought like piano was too pretty and I wanted something like dirtier, but then I realized after like discovering new artists when I got older, I was like, oh, piano is like encompasses the way that I feel like when I write music. After I got over my rebellious phase, I was like, actually piano is a beautiful instrument, and that's what I love about the Rhodes, is that it's this old jazz piano, but I run it through all of these guitar pedals and all these crazy things so that I can actually like give it that dirtiness that I used to think you could only achieve with other instruments, and now I can like make it my own. Sometimes when I feel like I'm getting too stuck in a certain box writing on piano, I switch to guitar because I'm so much less familiar with it that sometimes more interesting things happen when I write on an instrument that I don't know as much about. I don't really always understand what I'm looking at, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of like a puzzle, and then sometimes it falls into place and sometimes it definitely doesn't. But from Dayton, we live in Cincinnati now. Dayton is still kind of home, like in our hearts. Like people ask, like, yeah, we're still a Dayton band, but we just love Cincinnati and there's so much happening down here. We connected with so many great musicians down here that, you know, we just kind of wanted to like challenge ourselves creatively. And we've always tried to hit Cincy as much as possible, even when we lived in Dayton. We try to tour once a month as well. We'll try to do at least like a week or two out on the road. Now that we're down here, it's cool to kind of network and see there's so many other great bands. Like both the bands playing tonight are 2 of our favorite Cincinnati bands, so I'm kind of nerding out about that. I just love that any night of the week, you can go see like a punk show, or like one of our really good friends is a hip hop artist here. We go, like last week we were at one of his hip hop shows, and even shows like tonight where it's a lot more like ambient inspired, kind of post rock, sort of trip hoppy stuff. I think just a wide variety of all these different kinds of bands is awesome. And there's something happening every single night, which is insane. That's great. You don't have to wait for like a Friday or a Saturday to go see a show. You can go any night of the week.